Days of Our Lives. The Dimera throne gets a new, darker crown. Is Cat the key to EJ's descent? The hallowed halls of the Dimera mansion have witnessed countless schemes, but a chilling new alliance is forming that threatens to eclipse them all. In a stunning turn of events that has sent shockwaves through Salem, EJ Dimera, Dan Feuerriegel, has decisively shed the last vestiges of his reformed family man persona, embracing the brutal, Machiavellian legacy of his name with a terrifying finality. And in a twist no one saw coming, the catalyst and potential architect of this new darkness isn't a longtime rival or a vengeful ex. It's the enigmatic, fiercely intelligent, and morally flexible Catalina "Cat" Roberts, previously portrayed by various actors, now rumored to be in recasting talks for a major arc. For years, fans have watched EJ wrestle with a dual nature: the ruthless businessman and heir to a criminal empire versus the devoted husband to Nicole and aspiring responsible father. This internal battle often left him in a frustrating middle ground, outmaneuvered by pure villains or hamstrung by his own lingering conscience. No more. The trigger, insiders reveal, was a devastating multi-pronged betrayal that struck at the heart of both his family and his empire. The perfect storm hit EJ, a show source divulges. It wasn't just business, it was deeply personal. He perceived weakness in himself as the reason his family fractured, and his authority was challenged. Something in him just snapped. He decided that to protect what's his and to conquer what he wants, he must become the most feared man in Salem, not just one of them. Gone is the man who sought approval. In his place is a cold, calculating strategist, moving pieces on the board with a detached ruthlessness that would make his father, Stefano, nod in approval. He's not just making power plays, he's sending unambiguous, brutal messages to anyone who would cross him. This isn't a relapse, it's an evolution. Enter Catalina "Cat" Roberts. A figure from Salem's past, Cat has always existed in the gray areas. Sharp, resourceful, and possessing a history of navigating dangerous waters for her own survival and gain, she recently resurfaced under mysterious circumstances. Initially appearing to be a lone operator, her path has violently collided with EJ's new mission. The game-changing moment occurred not in a boardroom, but in the shadows. EJ discovered Cat in the process of executing a remarkably clever, albeit ruthless, scheme against a common enemy, our source teases. Instead of threatening her or turning her in, he was impressed. He saw in her a precision and a lack of sentimental hesitation that even his most loyal lackeys lack. He didn't see a pawn, he saw a potential partner. Their first explicit alliance is described as electrifying and deeply unsettling. In a recently filmed scene, EJ lays out his vision for a rebuilt, all-powerful Dimera Enterprises, one that controls Salem through fear, influence, and uncompromising dominance. Cat, rather than being intimidated, engages him as an intellectual equal, suggesting refinements to his strategy that are both brilliant and chillingly immoral. This is the dynamic that changes everything, says a veteran writer for the show. EJ has had subordinates and lovers, but he's never had a true partner in darkness. Cat isn't swayed by his wealth or charisma alone. She's motivated by a shared hunger for power and a profound understanding of how the underworld really works. She challenges him. She makes him sharper, more dangerous. Together, they're not just a couple, they're a joint venture in villainy. The question now haunting Salem is, will Cat become his ruthless partner, or is she playing a deeper game of her own? Several factions are scrambling to assess the threat. Nicole Walker, Ariane Zucker. The emotional core of EJ's former life is shattered. Witnessing the man she loved vanish into this cold creature is one pain, but seeing another woman at his side as he does it is a fresh hell. Will she try to reach the man buried deep within, or will her own heartbreak and survival instincts lead her to become his most determined adversary? The Brady-Horton-Kiriakis alliance. This new power block views EJ as public enemy number one. Cat's involvement adds a volatile, unpredictable element. They don't have a file on her. Is she the key to bringing EJ down from the inside, or does her presence make him invulnerable? Stefan Dimera, Brandon Barish, always wary of his brother's ambitions, Stefan now faces an EJ unburdened by morality. Their rivalry is poised to erupt into an all-out war for the soul of the Dimera legacy. Will Stefan be forced to seek unlikely alliances to combat this new threat? Abe Carver, James Reynolds, and the Salem PD, the rule of law faces its greatest test. EJ's new methods are clever enough to skirt prosecution, and Kat's expertise likely includes covering tracks. Can traditional justice prevail against such a cunning, unified darkness? The potential Dark King and Queen of Salem presents a narrative goldmine. It explores whether evil is more potent when shared, when two souls reflect and amplify each other's worst impulses. Their chemistry is said to be not of passion, but of recognized kinship, a silent understanding that they are perhaps the only two people who truly see the world the same way. However, in the world of Days of Our Lives, no alliance is forever. Kat's motivations remain shrouded. Does she seek a throne of her own? Is she exacting a long-planned revenge on Salem that temporarily aligns with EJ's goals? Her history suggests ultimate loyalty only to herself. One thing is certain, Salem's moral landscape has shifted. EJ's full embrace of his dark side, with Kat as his potential architect and accomplice, promises a reign of terror more intelligent and coordinated than any the town has seen. The days of waffling and redemption arcs are over for this Dimera. He is the storm his father always wanted him to be. And as the clouds gather, all of Salem must ask, who will dare to stand against them, and at what cost? Tune in to Days of Our Lives for the thrilling and terrifying answer. The game has changed, and the rules are now written in blood.